Take some of the fastest drivers in the world. Then give them cars capable of speeds approaching that of a 747 at takeoff. Then turn them loose to do laps around a winding track bounded by a concrete wall. And you've got the recipe for one of the most exciting sports around, auto racing. But you also have the recipe for something else. As horrendous as those accidents look, the majority of drivers actually walk away without any serious injuries. In fact, championship auto racing statistics show that despite the incredible speeds during these races, a driver is less likely to get hurt in a racing accident than in a regular automobile accident on the highway. Hard to believe when you look at these cars. The driver sits in a tiny open cockpit. There's wheels and wings and fins. It looks like it's built for speed, not protection. So how do drivers walk away from those incredible collisions? Well, there are the obvious safety features like a helmet made from bulletproof Kevlar and a 6-point safety harness. And then there are some not-so-obvious features. What's usually the first thing that happens when a race car collides with something? It smashes into pieces. No, it's not shoddy workmanship. It's actually designed to break up like that. And here's why. You got the car and the driver. When they're in motion, they have something called kinetic energy. Now, when they hit something like a wall, that energy has to go somewhere. Something has to give. So what's it going to be? The wall? I don't think so. So you're left with two choices. The vehicle can absorb most of the impact energy, or the driver can. This is what happens when the driver absorbs most of the impact energy. So to prevent the driver from being scrambled, the car absorbs the impact energy. And it does this by disintegrating. Although these cars are designed to disintegrate on impact, there's one part that's actually designed to stay together. It's affectionately known as the tub. It's the driver's cockpit, and in many cases, it's the only thing left standing between the driver and serious injury. The tub is made from carbon fiber, a material used extensively in aircraft bodies. Carbon fiber is light, yet very strong. Now, like the chassis, the tub is designed to direct the forces of impact away from the driver. But instead of disintegrating like the rest of the body, the tub delaminates. Some of the carbon fibers tear away from the adhesive that binds them together. It's kind of a controlled shattering, if you will. Fit is critical. A loose fit increases the chance of the driver's body striking the edge of the tub. And at 320 kilometers an hour, a nudge is enough to break a rib. So the tub is custom made to fit snugly. It's essentially a helmet for the body. There's another important safety feature on these cars. A feature that was developed to prevent incidents like this. Before Before 1973, race cars used these. Metal fuel tank. Just one problem, they're not flexible. So during a crash, your fuel tank would get all bent out of shape, possibly torn open, which would cause a spark, which would ignite the fuel inside, and, well, you know, end of story. Today, fuel fires are pretty rare at the track, largely due to this thing here. It's a rubber fuel tank called a fuel bladder. It's puncture resistant, but most importantly, it's flexible. So during a crash, this fuel tank has the ability to assume different shapes, kind of go with the flow, if you will, to keep the volatile fuel in its place.
Breakaway chassis, carbon fiber tubs, and rubber fuel tanks have made accidents on the track less devastating. But the technology can only go so far. The fact remains that the human body has physical limits. A collision with a concrete barrier at 250 kilometers an hour may be pushing those limits. So what do? You could cushion the walls or put up some tires. Probably the most effective thing to do would be to slow things down. But hey, it's a race.